Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here with Adam Campbell. He's the winner and the new course record holder for the 2014 Squamish 50k. Congratulations!
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, it's my third time running Squamish here. Last year I ran the 50-mile race, and the year before that I did the 23k race. So I've done the trifecta of the different courses here. So it's great. I love running in Squamish. I live in North Van. This is 45 minutes away from us, and trails here are relentlessly technical, incredibly beautiful, and the best way to describe them is they're almost mystical, the way that the trails look. Yeah, they're really fun, but the way that the forest looks, it's almost out of a fairy tale at times. And then when you add in some of the bridges and stuff like that, it's super cool.
Yeah, Squamish is known for its mountain biking, so some of the trails take on a very mountain biking-esque quality with little tricks and jumps and bumps and curves.
No, it's it's 5 hours of play really.
Yeah.
And some of the downhills here are like viciously steep too. The uphills are mountain biker uphills, so they tend to be a bit more runnable, I find. They're not really that steep, but the downhills are just insanely technical, so you sort of flow with the natural terrain here, and and it's incredible scenery as well.
This is a pretty fun festival that Gary Robbins and crew put on here. I mean, it's more than just about the running. It's about the whole weekend, the film festival, sort of the Squamish vibe, which is this super mountain culture vibe. So apparently you like that. You keep coming back.
Yeah, no, it is. It's interesting. I mean, it's it's got a mountain vibe, but it's also right on the ocean, so you've got a little bit of everything.
It's funny. It's right there.
Yeah.
But I've hardly seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've been up here in the mountains. You're right. That.
No, it is. I mean, it's not. It's crazy though. It's not the big mountains that you get in the Rockies or Colorado, but the mountains here, the access is really, really hard because the forest is so thick to get there, and it is really, really steep, so you don't have to go that far to get some real spicy adventure back here for sure.
Yeah.
And you can do a bit of everything, you can go for an amazing trail run, then follow that up with a climb, and finish the night with some slacklining or paddle boarding, and get a pretty full day out of that.
A nice multi-sport day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the last time we saw you was after your third place finish at Hardrock, which was just a month ago now, right?
Yeah, it was a month ago.
Yeah. You had an altercation with electricity there that has gained you some national and international recognition.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the right way to look at it. Maybe people have sort of looked into our sport as if we are a circus of lunatics.
Well, I don't know if that's anything new. But yeah.
Well, how's your recovery been the last month? Obviously okay by how today went.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I definitely respected my recovery after Hardrock. I've become a bit of a weekend warrior. I've done a whole bunch of I did a couple 10 and 15k races on the weekends, and those have been fun, and then not too much during the week, and just really listened to my body, and if I felt tired I would take the rest. But I've had a lot going on. I moved cities, I started a new job in that time as well, so I've had a lot of distractions as well.
Lots of stuff is going on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, apparently distractions are good for you.
Yeah. Well, or maybe the race is a distraction from life.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, talk a little bit about the recognition that you received from your, I don't know if we want to call it your lightning glancing blow, your lightning strike, whatever it was that happened up on Handies.
It was my scary experience. Let's go with that.
Your scary experience on Handies. You received a ton of attention for that in the last month or so. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a bit funny. Obviously Killian ran arguably one of the best ultra performances of all time at that race, and he got a lot of recognition within the sport, but outside of it, it's kind of too bad that the lightning strike or whatever you want to call it did get that much attention. But I also understand why people find that to be an interesting story.
Yeah.
For sure. It's especially considering what happened that same weekend in the same area. A few people were killed in fairly similar circumstances.
Right.
So I first of all, I just consider myself really, really lucky that we weren't seriously hurt. We were in a dangerous position, and
could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. So first of all, I'm thankful for that, and then. Who knows when you get opportunities?
Yeah.
So it's I do find some of it a little bit funny and a little bit ridiculous, but at the same time, you kind of have to just embrace these things when they happen, and it's been a lot of fun.
Ride
At
the
the same
circus
time.
train.
Yeah, no, I mean, why not? This, whatever, this might be my 15 minutes. It may never happen again. So it's been fun. I've got some incredible opportunities out of it, and so I've taken my time to try to embrace those and have fun with it. And I'm proud of the race I ran at Hardrock. I mean, well, ultimately, that's if I have a memory of the day, it's how I felt throughout the day. The moments I shared with Gary and Aaron out there, and just the overall experience of the race. The fact that I had to deal with some inclement weather is a part of Hardrock as well. So I feel like I got a pretty good Hardrock experience overall. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I really appreciate in sort of watching mainstream media react to your experience is that sort of their instinct or inclination is to box you into the crazy ultra runner category. And each time that I watched an interview or read something about you, you tried to steer mainstream media back into, actually, we're humans. We're not literally crazy. Like, this is a very human act. We're not that different from the rest of people. So I really appreciated the fact that, you took people could have very easily boxed you into this little cell and you could have just sat there, but instead, you humanized our sport a little bit more. So I appreciate that.
Oh, well, thanks. That was kind of you. I mean, one of the things that I think we get out of ultra running and spending time in the mountains is we live pretty sanitized lives. I mean, I do. I work an office job. I work a pretty sweet office job, but I still work an office job. So we remove a lot of we put ourselves in comfortable situations a lot. And one thing I appreciate about ultra running and time in the mountains is it removes that comfort, and it does put you in unpredictable circumstances. And that's one of the reasons I go out there is to see what the day's going to provide, because you never know. And I really appreciate those moments of uncertainty. I find that's where you get the real experiences, is from that uncertainty. So.
Well, let's talk about today for a minute. Were there any moments of uncertainty? Were you pretty confident all day? How did your day progress? Because basically you ran off the front and led. Basically gun to gun, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of known for doing that. I tend to go pretty hard at races. That's sort of my strategy.
Hold on for dear life.
No, it works out pretty well for me. But I think the biggest uncertainty was just how I was going to feel at the start of the race. I have had quite a lot going on, and I've been feeling pretty tired. So I wasn't entirely sure. I was originally signed to do the 50 miler, and then decided this week that I want to do the rut in a month. And I thought the 50 miler might just be a little bit too much. Yeah, so I'd rather do the 50k and then be able to recover and still get in a good block of training. I thought the 50 miler might just punch me a little bit too hard. So there was that. You have tough calls to make, but I feel like that was the right call for sure. But overall, no, I just felt pretty steady all day. I was on top of nutrition. I was by myself, so that can be a little bit hard mentally to keep pushing. And I wasn't really getting any splits from anybody behind me, so it turned into a really long, hard tempo run, I guess. But I love the trails here, and your mind can't really wander. You have to stay really present because it's so technical. But if your mind wanders, you're falling flat on your face. You're losing some teeth for sure. So it's really, really dancey. It's not really a rhythm course at all. You're going from side to side a lot, and you really, really have to pay attention. And there's no better training than racing, really. So that's sort of what today was a really, really hard training day for sure. And I get to test myself a little bit, and Gary puts on a great race, and it's fun to come out and support the local running scene as well. You you had a little bit of pressure from behind. Eric Carter, last year's 50k champion and previous course record holder, he was a couple minutes in arrears to you. I was more worried about Ellie at the start, to be honest.
And then there was that woman. You had a little bit of pressure, so there had to have been some competitive focus.
No, for sure. I ran off the front, and I got a couple minutes pretty early on, and then on the first climb, Eric actually ran up to me quite comfortably. And I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, wow, you can't, you gotta stay on this a little bit. So that definitely got me to, keep my finger on the throttle a little bit and remind me that I do have to focus, and that, nothing's ever given in ultra running. Had lots of races where
Did you get it?
things change a lot in the last 10K, so you really have to, you still have to respect it for sure. And so it was a good reminder that racing special, and you do have to. You can't let off because other people are gonna challenge you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're turning your focus now, I hear, to the Rut.
Yeah.
The Skyrunning Ultra Running Series final.
Yeah.
In the middle of September there at Big Sky Resort. This may be the most competitive 50k America sees this year. Just by the way things are shaping up. There's going to be a fellow who won the 50 mile yesterday, Nick Elson.
Yeah.
He's another sort of Squamish festival guy.
You know, I would think Nick could do really, really well on that course. Nick is a bit of a silent gun. He's an incredible climber, rock climber. Incredible ski mountaineer. He's got the speed record on Rainier with Eric Carter.
Right.
Climbs like 514s. So he's a real mountain guy, and he's outside of Killian, he's the best technical runner I've ever seen.
Okay.
And he's got really good speed, and he's figuring out the ultra stuff. Last year was his first year doing ultras, and he struggled a little bit, but he's one of those guys. He doesn't spray a lot, and he's not really on social media. But I'd put my money on.
Watch out for him.
I'd definitely outside smoke for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be solid, and he's going to be down there getting ready as well at altitude, so he'll be quite well prepped, and I think he could do really well. I'm excited for him for sure. It's great to see. There's a whole bunch of local guys that are really starting to crank around here, and it's fun to watch. Everybody raises their level.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you though? I mean, what are your thoughts on the race itself? What are your thoughts on? I mean, obviously you're going to it because you think that there's a possibility for you competitively down there. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, so there's a few things that always excite me. One, it's I love racing against competitive fields, and I love competing in beautiful areas. And for race combines the two of them, it's why wouldn't you go?
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, I mean, who knows what will happen on the day? I've done a lot already this season, and I'm pretty content with how the year's gone. I've done a lot more big adventure runs this year, so I've set a couple FKTs and in the Rockies, which have been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed doing those personal challenges as well. So it's been for me pretty much. If I were to end my season today, I'd be pretty content. So one more race, just go out there and have fun and see what I can do. And there's no real expectations. It'd be fun to go out there and try to push it. I'll try to go out with the lead pack and see what happens. But not too concerned about it for sure. But it is a focus. Yeah.
It is a focus. Watch that world. Well, congrats again on your domination of the 2014 Squamish 50k.
Oh, well, thanks.
We'll see you in a month at the Rut.
Yeah, excellent. Look forward to seeing you guys down there. And I'm curious to see how what Mr. Powell thinks of the course today, too.
You should be rolling in shortly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good luck to him out there. And thanks a lot for coming down here. And I really appreciate you guys checking out the course. And Squamish is a wonderful setting. And I really encourage people to come out and check out the trails around these parts for sure. It's beautiful. It's a great place to come in the summertime. And if you want to climb, there's something for everybody to do, really. So if
there seriously is.
Yeah, if your family isn't into the big mountain stuff, there's stuff for them to do here as well. In the mountain biking or playing in the ocean, or there's some of the best canyoning in the world here as well. It's caving, it doesn't matter. You can do it here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent. Yeah.
Well, that pretty much covers the bonus question.
Okay, well, I'll go for it. Let's try another one then. What is it?
Okay, bonus question number 2.
Yeah.
There's a very fine brewery just down the street.
Oh, there's about 3. Yeah.
Oh, there's 3?
Yeah, no.
Shoot!
Yeah.
I haven't been here long enough.
Yeah, okay. House Sound, yeah.
What is going to be the drink of choice?
From House Sound?
Well, from how about anywhere? Squamish.
Okay, well, let's go with House Sound because I think that they help with the race.
Yeah.
I'm partial to darker beers. So I'd probably go with, honestly, I'd probably with some sort of a porter. Not really a summer beer, but...
they have, what's their nut brown up
The nut brown, the nut brown's really, really good for sure.
That was a fantastic nut brown.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, I do like darker beers, so that's probably the way I would go for sure.
Okay, sit in the shade with a dark beer this afternoon.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, congrats again.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.